Hey YouTube, this is Mega Dweezil coming at you from the Indiana wilderness, and this is like a medium-sized state in the middle of the United States of America. It's kind of on the northern edge. We are up against the Great Lakes, and I make that point because I always assume that when I do these videos, people know where Indiana is, because mostly Americans watch American videos and nobody else's. We tend to gravitate towards the people that we think are like us. And my wife is Canadian, and having married a Canadian, one of the things that you get is like a Canadian slant on things. And I came to realize that much of what I knew about Canada, or thought I knew, or has been pictured here in the United States is just wrong. I mean, it's not skewed. It's not a question of perspective. It's just wrong. And an opportunity to ask a Canadian about stuff has really come in handy. With my ability to understand a little bit. What another form of government is like. What another lifestyle is like. I had kind of visions of happy lumberjacks prancing around guzzling Molson and playing hockey and maybe shooting the occasional bear or something. I don't know what I thought was going on in Canada, but there's a country up there, like a whole civilization that's like not us, and I had basically just discounted that whole thing. I mean, I always figure the important stuff is what's going on in America. And then I got to thinking back about my military career, and I traveled widely and spoke other languages and got to live in other economies, and it was like I've really gotten sort of shoved into a little pigeonhole here in terms of the people that I talk to on this thing and the people that talk to me, and I'm just kind of wondering, because of the tremendous misconceptions that I had about a country that's right next door. You notice that we can talk to pretty much anybody on this thing. There are people that post from all over, places that I never heard of, and you can actually look at their videos and you can communicate with them. They can communicate. Who knew? I mean, the miracle of technology, because everybody kind of wants to do their own little TV show and nobody really wants to talk to anybody. And one of the things, and I say this as somebody who's in his 60th year and spiraling ungracefully down into the gloom of the autumn of my life, is that probably I'm never going to get a chance to go to Australia. And I always wanted to talk to an Australian Aborigine. I read a lot about them, but I've never actually met one and never actually talked to one. And I'm convinced that there's a way. I mean, the things that I see, posted by people from other countries about America, certainly I do not recognize myself in those things. I don't know if you do or not. And, I mean, I don't really see it, although I get it. I mean, I understand the whole CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera thing, okay? It portrays people, and it portrays them not necessarily accurately. Every place that I've been in the world, I've run into people who strangely were not like what I was expecting, and so basically what I'm going to do here is sort of scout around on YouTube and see if I can actually, contact people from other places and show them a little bit about how we actually live in America, and maybe they'll show me a little bit about how they actually live where they are, and who knows, we might actually start a conversation, because man, I'll tell you, places that I've been in this world, I talk to Americans, and they say, the people in South America are like that, or the people in Africa are like that, or, they all think they know, and it seems to me just a damn shame when we can actually ask somebody. You don't have to wonder what the people in Austria think about you. There's Austrians that post on YouTube, And yeah, they can probably sit down with a dictionary and puzzle some stuff out, you know. I mean, so can I, you know. And let's see what's really going on as far as, you know, because, man, I know we're not getting the straight skinny off the news. You know, I know that. You know that. So, you know, yeah, here's my great mission. Ambassador to the world. Mega Dweezil, the chicken rancher. And don't worry, you too, because Indiana's holding.